When and how is the Bloodline going to end? When is the group that has been in charge of delivering some of the greatest moments in recent WWE memory going to implode? When is it set to implode? Because at some point in time, at some point in the future, that has to happen. And we're already seeing this happen, or the beginning stages of dissension in the group over the past few weeks, ever since that tribal court, ever since the Royal Rumble, whatever transpired after the main event world title match between Owens and Reigns. So we're starting to see the beginning stages of this. But does the dissension, does the destruction, does the implosion of the Bloodline happen at WrestleMania, or does it happen later down in the year, or does the group continue and we just don't see this happen this year? That could still be a possibility, because at the end of the day, we don't know if Reigns is going to lose the Undisputed Championships at WrestleMania. We don't know that for sure, if he's going to retain or lose, and we don't know if that's going to be the start of the group imploding, or the group becoming even stronger, which could be a possibility if Reigns retains and he gets everybody back in line with the tribal chief. Now, personally, do I think that the Bloodline needs to implode anytime soon? No. Like I said, they've been a part of the most interesting TV that WWE has put on Fox and on USA Network in 10 plus years easily. Every time they've been on TV, every time they've been in the ring especially, they've been entertaining as hell. And that's all you want when it comes to sports entertainment, when it comes to pro wrestling. You want it to be entertaining. You want it to be good. You want it to be bad, but you want to be entertained. And that's something that this group has made possible. But Reigns losing the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania 39 against Cody Rhodes could be the beginning of the end for real. Because I believe if that happens, Reigns is going to take a leave of absence for a while from WWE TV. Because I don't believe that this group ends or dissolves or implodes at WrestleMania Backlash, or at whatever summer pay-per-view not named SummerSlam. No, this faction, this group implodes. It ends either at WrestleMania or it ends at SummerSlam later down in the year, if they have an end for it this year at all. And it doesn't end with Reigns losing the championships. I believe that's the beginning of the end. Because those championships provide the power to Reigns, to the tribal chief. He holds that above everybody else, including his own family, and the Usos, and Solo Sikoa, and his tribal council, and Paul Heyman. But if he loses that, Reigns will go crazy. Reigns will go insane. And if you think he's bad right now, imagine him throwing these kinds of fits without that power. And I've said it here. For a group like this that is so mobster-based, it's so much like a mafia, it has to implode from within. Now you can have guys like Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes help out a bit. Sami Zayn caused all this internal initial dissension in the group. Cody Rhodes, if he ends up winning the titles at WrestleMania, finishing his story on the grandest stage of them all, he would have done a big part as well, much like Sami Zayn, to help in the ending of the Bloodline as a group on WWE TV. But the main reason this group formed on WWE TV is because they are blood. It's because they are family. They will always be family. So keeping in that story thread, the only way this ends is if a family member of a part of this group ends it himself. And I believe that the story started with Reigns manipulating his cousin Jey Uso, beating the hell out of him. I believe at Clash of the Champions, and then inside Hell in a Cell 2.5 years ago. That's how it begun. And we saw it at the Rumble. Jey Uso walked out on Roman Reigns. And we saw it at the Elimination Chamber, when Jey Uso had the chance to show his loyalty to his family and strike Sami Zayn with a steel chair by orders of Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. And he didn't do it, and Roman Reigns got fed up like that. Shoved him off pretty disrespectfully. And now we don't know where Jey Uso's loyalties lie. And this Friday night on SmackDown, we might find out, because Reigns will show up live on SmackDown. So that story's going to keep going on. And I still believe that the planned match for WrestleMania, the Usos defending the tag titles against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, hopefully the main event of night one, could be, possibly. I think that's still going to be a thing. They just have to get there on WWE TV with their story, with the different layers of storytelling that they want to present to the WWE audience. But again, they lose the tag titles at WrestleMania. Reigns loses the Undisputed Championships at WrestleMania. That begins the story of Jey Uso and Roman Reigns, which pretty much makes the Bloodline implode. The Bloodline doesn't end when Reigns loses the championships. I think that's just a step on the road to ending the faction. But at the end of the day, I think Jey Uso has to be the one to put this group to rest and get his redemption, his revenge, his hero story over Reigns. But hey, that's just my opinion. Will it happen at WrestleMania? Will it transpire the way I think it will? Probably not, because I'm not a part of WWE's creative team, and I'm okay with whatever they present to me, because it has been entertaining. They haven't missed a beat, at least not in my mind. So I will be watching Raw tonight. I will be watching SmackDown on Friday night, on the road to WrestleMania and beyond, because this story has been intriguing, it has been entertaining, and it has been some of the best pro wrestling TV of the past 10 plus years. So with that said, what do you think? Do you think the Bloodline is getting ready to implode at WrestleMania, maybe at SummerSlam later in the year? Or do you think it'll never happen? Reigns is just going to keep retaining his championship for as long as possible, and the Bloodline will forever exist until an actual group of stars is formed and actually takes it down in stable versus stable in the future? Leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.